Hey you guys, Caitlin here. Um, there's a couple things I wanted to say. I felt really inspired to share a couple of things that have been in my experience and to really remind you of the power you have. So I don't know what you're going through, but just don't doubt your power. Don't doubt your power, in your words, your creative authority, right? Even in visualizing. So I wanted to share with you, I was just thinking about, it was coming to me in the shower of how just a series of things. And I was like, okay, I guess I have to share this with them. So the first thing is, years ago, so I've always been a songwriter, right? And years ago, I wrote a song about how the songs are my children, right? And then later on, my uterus was removed. Okay, so that's when I really started noticing the power of my words, was when I was beginning to foretell my life through my songs, right? And you'll see this when you read books or with shows, right? It seems like they're predicting the future, but it's really just the creative power, right? And especially when collectives tune into a singular sentiment, you're collectivizing that, right? So, and then I also felt like I should share, there was another time I had a dream since I was like 5 years old of being shot in the chest. And it would keep coming back to me for years and years on repeat. And that could have been symbolic, right? But instead of looking at symbology, I just felt to my body like, oh, I need to do something about this, because I don't want to be scared of this. So I would imagine the scene, put myself back in the dream, but the bullet would go around my body, okay? And I just trained myself to have no fear, right? To not resonate with it, right? To not resonate with being shot, okay? Years later, over 2 decades later, maybe 3 decades, I think it was in my 30s, I was at a festival and I was just feet from a shooter. And I always remember that dream, and I always remember all the internal work I did to not resonate with being shot, right? Not resonating with that. So all this to say, be careful with what you're resonating with. If you notice you're resonating with something that you don't want to experience in reality, you have to do the work to go within and not and vibrate differently, right? I did this year a lot when I was scared to be around humans. I started this new mantra, and I said, well, number one, I'm safe always, right? Like, I'm fine. Number two, everyone who's around me, anytime, at any point in time, is always there to support me in the form of gifts, compliments, or resources. Ever since I've been embodying that, and that's now, I resonate with that, literally, people come out of the woodwork to compliment me or to say things, to give such positive, kind attention that I had not experienced before. So this really does work. So these are just a few examples, but I hope it can show you the power you are, right? The power of your visualizing, the power of your thinking, right? And it's not that you have to be scared of your thoughts. It's just understanding that whatever comes up in our dreams, in our thoughts, even if they're intrusive visions or intrusive thoughts, you don't force it out. You allow it to exist. You say thank you, and then just imagine something new. And that's planting new seeds, okay? And that's how you override the vibration and feel the new thought, feel the reality of it, right? This works with anything. And I think if you're on my channel, you already know all this, but I just want you to remember that this is the most powerful way to use these gifts. It's not for possessions. It's not for relationships to get what we want. It's to remember who we are, and that we can also use this for all of humanity, for the environment, for animals who have no voice, right? So this is why I make those collective meditations. When we watch those collective meditations, we're putting consciousness and visualizing intentionally for the greater good of all, right? I guess that's it. But thanks for watching. Let me know what resonated with you. And just remember that nothing in life is a sentence. Nothing. Literally nothing in life, no circumstance is a sentence. Everything is transient. Everything is malleable because you are the operant power. You are creator. Okay. Thanks for watching.